There you go. You're recording.
I mean, first time for everything. So share screen, go back to it. I love it.
Pro.
It's the little things that make me so happy.
I'm so glad. You're like the best part about my day right now.
Right. So is Dion on here twice, or am I going crazy?
He logged on, it looks like twice, and now he's on his phone.
There he is. What's up, dude? Now we can't hear you.
What's up, man?
There you go.
Cut that hair short.
Dion, you're on mute.
There you go. Awesome.
Cut that hair short.
I did. I'm turning 37, and I want to look young and hip. So this is my young and hip. I won't go that short. I won't go that short just yet.
Yeah. So how's everything going?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Wyatt?
Good. Thank you for joining us.
Well, of course.
Awesome. Huh? I put up my dog so you won't hear any barking, hopefully. They may bark because they like to, when they hear no voices, they bark for some reason. I don't know why.
They're social animals, right?
Yes, and they haven't, with social distancing, they haven't seen anyone, so they get so excited to hear voices.
Yes.
Cool. All right, what time is it? I've got 2 more minutes.
Looks like we got a couple minutes. Yep.
So are you the owner of the salon, or you work?
I'm Dion's manager. So
Okay, cool.
SSP. Yeah. So I manage Wisconsin.
All right. So you guys have multiple locations.
No, I'm for SSG. I work for SSG.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm Dion's manager. That's okay.
Oh, Dion, is it this Dion? I thought it was another Dion. I'm sorry. Hi. Now that makes more sense. Cool. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
Oh, I love it. Okay, let me start my fan because I'll get hot fast. Hold on one second. All right. Cool, back. All right.
Has she tried to get on, Wyatt?
Say it again.
Has she tried to get on?
Yeah, you're the one that has to let people into the room now. So if you click on participants,
Okay.
you should see if somebody needs to get in, and maybe they're not waiting to get in yet.
Okay. I don't see anyone waiting.
Okay. Do you just see the 4 of us still?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So that's where you'll see, because you're the host, so you have to accept.
I have a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I can take all this responsibility. So should I enable waiting room, or are they just going to automatically come in?
You should just be able to accept them, I would think. Looks like Abby joined.
Abby just came in.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yep, it looks like they're able to just come in then.
So they're just able to, okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right. We're gonna have a full house. Now, Deanna, are you gonna open it up, or do you want me to do it?
I mean, you can do it. They know me, just kind of give a little feedback about yourself.
Yeah, Dan, why don't you give Wyatt an introduction, and then he can introduce himself. That'd be great.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hello? Is that me? Let me turn my phone off.
Yeah.
Let me do that now, just in case.
This is Wyatt. He is were you in Houston?
Yes, sir. H-Town, baby. Where we froze over.
Yeah, moving on to your athletes. Anyways, Wyatt's a Platinum Key. You can get started whenever you want, right? Or Wyatt, I know they probably have a bunch of questions, and we can go from there.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you guys so very much. And without further ado, let's get started. Woo! All right. Okay, so these are some of the hashtags that we like to use. Once again, my name is Wyatt. I am from Houston, Texas, Platinum Key. The reason why I became a part of Kevin.Murphy is because of the fact that I love the choices that we make as a company. We want to make sure that we are going to be fashion forward as well as care about the environment. I started recycling at home and started to care about what I wash my dogs with and what I put internally into my body. And that was what drove home with me with Kevin.Murphy, is that we are a fashion-based company that care about the performance of the products and about the environment. All right. My clicker is not working. All right. So let's get into, went too fast, to some of the products. Since this is a look and learn product class, the way I would like to set it up is, honestly, you guys had a class with Mark. So what I want to do is just go over some of the newer products in our range, as well as just open it up for questions from you guys. And Dion explained to me that you guys are a big wedding salon, so which is completely awesome. And I want to make sure that I give you guys the right tools and the tricks that I use behind the chair to make sure that you're utilizing the products to give you that wedding hair, that fashion forward hair that you guys want to see. Sounds good? Yay. This is going to be interesting. I like feedback. So if anyone want to put their video on, it's okay. If you want to shout out like a hey or a yay throughout the whole time, I am here basically for you. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting the information that you want and that you need. Cool. All right. Moving forward. So Scalp Spa. Scalp Spa is the newer product range that we just brought on. It is a beautiful range, and I believe we're coming out with a couple of more products coming soon. This has that celery seed extract is going to remove any built up dirt and impurities off of the scalp. So when you think of Scalp Spa, think of your scalp, not necessarily the hair, but scalp issues. So the way that we like to use our Scalp Spa is we first want to start with Scalp Spa Scrub. What this one is going to do is going to have like little granules in it. The granules are going to be placed on the hair and on the scalp. And I always just gently massage those granules into the hair. They break down, not completely, but it's literally like using an exfoliator. How many of us have used exfoliators before? Me, a couple of other people. With these, they're going to act as though they're exfoliating, removing any product buildup off of the scalp, and as well as balancing out the scalp issues. So you first want to start with this guy, and then you're going to move to Scalp Spa Wash. Reason being, because Scalp Spa Wash is going to help remove the rest of the granules and those exfoliators off of the scalp. Cool beans? Awesome. So one quick reference in order to place Scalp Spa in the right place. With Maxi Wash is going to detoxify as well as exfoliate the hair length. So when you think of Maxi Wash, think of hair basically from root to ends, the hair, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure that you're detoxifying and exfoliating the hair, removing any product buildup off of the hair. Scalp Spa is going to be for anyone that has scalp irritation. So if you have dry scalp, if you have a flaky scalp, that's going to soothe the angry scalp, as well as give you like that, what I call self-care Sunday, where you're going to start with Scalp Spa Scrub, Scalp Spa Wash, and then you're going to go on to your texture specific wash and rinse or treatment. So you may have to do at least, let's see, scalp spa wash, scalp spa scrub, scalp spa wash, angel wash, a hydrate me wash, a smooth again wash, and then the follow-up rinse. So you're gonna have 4 different products that you're gonna use in the shower. That's why I always tell my clients, this is like that Sunday self-care day. So you're gonna be in the shower, you're gonna shave your legs, you're gonna shave your arms, you're gonna do all that stuff in one day. So make sure that you're utilizing scalp spa scrub, scalp spa wash, then your texture specific wash, and follow up with that rinse. Make sense? Hopefully so. Yay. Okay, cool. Then moving on to balance and wash. Balance and wash is going to balance the sebaceous glands at the scalp again. So we're still looking at the scalp, but this is for anyone that has that oily scalp and they want to kind of heal that scalp from inside out. So this helps protect that. So once again, Maxi Wash is going to be for the hair links, exfoliating, detoxifying that. Scalp Spa Wash for the scalp. And then balance and wash for that oily scalp that we need to balance out the sebaceous glands. Cool? All right. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh no. I thought I had a question. No questions. Cool. I can't see everyone. I like to see people. Okay, cool. All right. And so next one.
Wyatt, do you want me to require that they have to get on their video?
I mean, I wouldn't say require, but if you would like to be seen, and you did your hair today and you look good and feeling yourself, yes. Okay,
well then I guess we're not gonna meet today. I'm kidding. Hold on.
Yeah, I got Katie. Hey girl. I love your hair. Cute.
We literally just got off a video meeting, so if everybody's cool with that, great. But I'll put it out there, y'all. Let's get on video for Wyatt.
Thank you. And if not, it's cool. It's cool. I just like to see smiling faces to let you guys know that. I mean, honestly, as an educator, it helps me know if you guys are getting the material. In all honesty, so if you can, that'd be great. If you don't, that's cool too. We'll keep it moving.
So if everybody can be on video, you'll just be on the side here. You won't be huge. Just if you could get on a little video, and then you can give them a thumbs up. You get it. You can raise your hand with questions. I can understand from an educator's perspective wanting to have that interaction with people. So I'm waiting for others to follow along, but I'm not seeing it happen.
There we go. Hey, Demi.
Hey, yes. Here we go.
Here's one. Thank you guys so very much. I greatly appreciate it.
We've been working with
Abby. Hi.
I know they're
okay. Oh, everyone looks cute. See, I love it. I mean, I showered today and combed my hair and like try to make sure I don't look like, trash. Cool. So, but question, does that make sense with Maxi Wash, Scalp Spa Wash, and Balancing Wash? Yes? Okay, cool.
I have a question. Do these
go ahead.
Specific rinse? Do each one have their own rinse?
No, good question. So Maxi Wash does not have its own rinse, as well as Scalp Spa and Balancing Wash. The idea behind these is that these are going to take care of any issues that you have with the scalp or the hair. So say for instance, like with Maxi Wash, it's going to be exfoliator to cleanse the product buildup off of the hair. So then you will follow up with your texture specific wash and then rinse. Same as with Scalp Spa and Balancing Wash. That's why I say with these guys, it's going to be like your Sunday self-care day where you want to take care of the scalp or the hair and remove any product buildup off of the hair and the scalp. And then you're going to use your texture specific wash and then rinse to basically treat the hair that you have, and then you can condition for the hair that you want. Make sense? All right. Yay, interaction. Cool. Yes. So this is the new range that we have called Blow Dry. Has anyone played with the new Blow Dry products yet? You haven't? Well, they're super duper amazing. So I like these because you can basically use multiple products at one time, or you can just use one or the other. The beautiful thing about these is that they help to enhance the hair. So with Eversmooth, we've all have played with Eversmooth, correct? Once or twice, maybe, maybe not. Okay, once, okay, cool. So with Eversmooth, you're basically going to help to reduce the frizz of the hair, and you have some humidity resistance and a style extender. That is the main key factors that I love about this whole blow dry range, that they took from just Eversmooth and they added on to more products. Let's see. So with Eversmooth, you're going to have that wood bark, those phyto acids, and some lemon aspen. All this is going to help to condition the hair, and it's created so that there are long chain polymers that adhere to the hair. They're heat activated, and so they're going to give you that style that lasts literally forever. So I have a lot of clients that have exotic hair. So I've been using Eversmooth on them, and I guarantee you, well, I can't say guarantee, but all of them had told me that after they went home and say, for instance, they got caught in the rain and they blow dried their hair went right back to smooth, which usually never happens. You know, most girls are like, it's wet. Don't get my hair wet. With this one, you literally can get your hair wet and then blow dry it, and you won't have to take like 10 years to blow dry your hair again. It goes right back to that beautiful smoothness. And it's all because of those long chain polymers that adhere to the hair. Now, when I first heard long chain polymers adhering to the hair, I automatically thought a product buildup. This is not what's going to happen. It is going to adhere to the hair. It's going to give it the hair that smoothness, but it's not going to build up on the hair where you feel that like, oh my God, my hair is thick and it's weighed down and it's feeling like sticky. Okay, that makes sense? A little bit? Cool. All right, so now we have Everlift. Everlift is going to be targeted at the root. One thing I love about our products, whatever the name says, is kind of what it's going to do. So with Everlift, automatically I thought, oh, it's for your root. Yes. So this is going to have some long chain polymers that when you place this product on the root, it's going to give that hair that lift that it needs without you having to overly direct the hair and like work really hard. One thing I want to say with these guys that they are in the blow dry family. So what I like to do is whenever I take a client from my shampoo bowl and I put them in the chair, my first product is going to be something that's going to heal the hair while the hair is wet. So then I will use Stand Alive. I can use Young Again oil, and those products are going to heal the hair, absorb the hair, even though that the hair is basically saturated with moisture. Once I blow dry a little bit of the moisture out of the hair, then I'm going to use these products because of the long chain polymers and because they're heat activated. The heat from the blow dryer is going to allow these products to actually work and do the work for the hair. Okay, so with Everlift, is going to be targeted to give you lasting volume right at that root. I always spread basically on the root area and then comb it through. As you can see, we have Arctic root and lavender that's going to help to fight against environmental stressors like the sun. You know, if a client is out in the sun, they basically hair can be damaged from overexposure to the sun or to dirt, etc. Cool. Next, we have Ever Thicken. This, yeah, go ahead.
We have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
From Taylor says, do these help dry faster, or is there a different product that says it dries faster?
Good question. I can say personally that Smooth Again and Young Again, those will help the hair dry faster, in my opinion, for working behind the chair. With these guys, I don't feel like they help dry the hair faster unless I have already put in Smooth Again or Young Again. Does that answer your question? Good question, by the way. I loved it. Who asked that again? And where do you see the questions?
The little chat button that usually will pop up, but I can facilitate that part.
Thank you, because I don't see, oh, there it is, chat. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. All right, Taylor. Okay, yes. Do these help? No, so Taylor, I would suggest once again, products that would help the hair dry faster will be Smooth Again and would be Young Again. The beautiful thing about Young Again, the essential oil, is that, you know, oil and water do not mix. So when you put the essential oil into the hair, it's going to literally push out the water and put the oil in the hair. So that would help to dry the hair faster because it's actively pushing out water. With Smooth Again is made to, you know, make the hair smoother faster. And in my opinion, it does cut down on my blow dry time. And over the lifetime of using it, it will help the hair get smoother faster with the life of that client actually using it. Katie, are we able to order those? Oh. Katie, that was a question for you. Are we able to order these products? I'm getting the hang of it. All right.
Demi, are they available now, Dion? Or they were, I guess my question would be, Dion, was this supposed to come in the intro or no? This is separate, and are they available now? Because we did get one.
It's separate.
What's that?
Yeah, they're separate because it just came out. So when you had your intro order, just came out. Yeah, these are brand new products.
Were they going to be in the intro order then or no?
Maybe in like 3 months. Right.
So
I think we'll talk offline.
So yeah, I mean, Anson can order, we want the whole line. So yes, as soon as they're available to get, we can get them. So that now it's on Dion.
All right. So I got another question from Abby. It says, is Ever Thicken different from body mask? Yes. So with body mask is going to be a product that, say for instance, like you go to the doctor and you get antibiotics. Body mask is made to deliver that eyelash thickening technology on a medicated system. This is Ever Thickening is just going to be for the appearance of thicker, fuller hair. Does that make sense? I can't go with Abby. Let's see. That makes sense. Oh, she's smiling, so I think so. Yes. Cool. Yay! All right. Yeah. So yeah, body mask, because it's with the plump and wash and rinse. That's a 3-part medicated treatment for anyone that wants that fuller, thicker hair. This guy is only going to help on the styling range. So now, say for instance, you have a client that she has very, very thin hair. You blow on it, it's dry. You can use plump and wash and rinse, or you can use, let's say, maxi wash, plump and rinse, then spray body mask on her roots, comb it through, and then you can use Ever Thicken on top of that. So that way you can give her that beautiful bouncy blowout that it looks really thick. It feels thicker until the next time that she shampoos and conditions her hair. Cool. All right. And then we have, Ever Bounce. I love Ever Bounce because I love that beautiful Victoria's Secret bouncy hair. One thing I do want to automatically express is that you can use anti-gravity along with this guy, Blow Dry Ever Bounce. What it's going to do is going to make the hair fuller, it's going to make it bouncier, and it's going to help that client when, say for instance, they go outside and it gets wet, it's going to help them come back inside, run a blow dry through it. They don't necessarily have to re-round brush their hair, kind of scrunch and hold, and it's going to bring that bounce and that movement back into the hair. So with this guy, it's activated by a mix of the silver linden and the Warworth. I always pronounce that wrong. It's a beautiful flower extract. It's going to basically protect the hair and give that hair that bouncy movement and that lasts forever, basically. So, and that's what I did in my model today. I use a little bit of anti-gravity and also ever bounce in her hair, and we'll see that later on. All of these is going to keep the hair protected from environmental stressors. But I do want to make sure you guys know that there are no necessarily heat protection in these guys. What you want to use for heat protection always is going to be your heated defense. I don't know if you guys have used this. The heated defense is going to be your guaranteed product for heat protection. So I always stress that when the hair is wet, once you knock a little bit of the water out, you can use, that's when you want to start using your heated defense. I always, for safe practices, is section the hair into 4 quadrants and take one pump and put it in one section. Take another pump, put it in the next section till the hair is completely saturated with the heated defense. And honestly, a little bit will go a long way with this product, okay? All right. Let's see. So when it comes out to our tools, we have a lot of different tools that are designed for detailing and support the stylist in creating the perfect look for their client. We have our curlers, which are these guys. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're awesome. I've used these in my client today. And honestly, whenever I do a lot of weddings, I use these curlers because it's really cute to see the girls with their curlers in their hair. They have their little robes on, the little mimosa. It makes great for perfect pictures. We also have our curl clips, which are these guys, better known as butterfly clips. We call them curl clips because we can actually push movement and curl in the hair. We have our brushes. I don't know if you guys have played with the brushes yet. I love the brushes because they're very lightweight. They're boar bristle brushes. And with this guy, it's a styling brush. So it allows me to really style and detail the hair where I need to. And then we also have our smoothing brush, which is going to be a bigger palette for you. So with this guy, you can really detail and smooth out the hair. And then this one, you can also just detail when you're styling. Cool? All right. We also have our texture comb, which is this guy. I like this one because if, say, for instance, you have a client that has like staticky hair, you know how whenever you blow dry, it kind of starts to grow its own little tentacles. If you spray Stand Alive on the hair and then use your comb, it's a carbon comb, so it helps to remove the static electricity out of the hair. We also have a tail comb and a cutting comb that are all the same. I know you see the little guy, little gray guy on the side of there. We have this little cool thing. They're called wave clips. They're still, I believe, for retail. You literally can just take this clip. Let's move up a little bit more. You can take the clip it in a client's hair, and basically you can get a wave just by using the clip. I always spray a little bit of hair resort spray into the hair first, clip the hair in, spray some hair resort afterwards, and use my blow dryer to warm up the hair, and then put it on the cool setting to cool it down. And then it ensures that that wave is going to stay into the client's hair. Have you guys played with any of these tools before? No? All right, Dion, we got to get them some tools to play with. All right, let's see. All right, awesome. We also have our curved scissors. And that's right, I said curved scissors. So the cool thing about the curved scissors, we do have classes for these. With the curved scissors, you can literally push texture in the hair with just one cut. It's a really cool technique that we use for when you have your fringe or internal structures, just to give the hair a little bit more movement by cutting the hair using the curved scissors. And they're ambidextrous, so you can go one way and go the other way. It's left-handed and right-handed, because I don't know if you guys know, but in fact, Kevin.Murphy is left-handed.
Hey, Wyatt,
Cool.
they actually have a fun campaign Our team actually has a fun campaign that whomever sells the most in retail at the end of the month will win themselves this curved scissor. So
Ooh,
piggyback
I
that
want to be
with-
part of your team. I want to win another pair.
Come on up.
Right? I mean, hey, it's only a flight. Is
I'll get
it
you a-
cold there? I've
Just
had my
stop.
fair share of cold for the rest of the year.
Yeah. 1 week of winter, right? We have like
Oh my God, it was
we have like
horrible.
3 months.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll think about it.
So you'll share, or Dan can share the class that kind of piggybacks with using them so that they're like properly equipped to do the right thing.
Yes, yes. Because most of our curves, so we changed the structure of our cutting classes, but we still do show a lot of different techniques for the curved scissor, so that you guys are prepared to use them when you do win them. Cool. We have texture nets. Our texture nets are cool because the texture net, when you place it over, say for instance, like those wave clips, if you place the texture net over that and you heat it up with the blow dryer, it's going to keep the hair from wanting to get fizzy and just go crazy. It contains the hair and keeps it in place. Our sewing kits, I don't know, have you guys seen the sewing kits before? We will play with the sewing today. So our sewing kit basically comes with this cool needle that's pretty huge, and then it comes with 3 different colors of thread. So you get a black, a brunette, and a blonde, so that you can match these to the color of your client's hair. And then you can actually do a very cool quick updo with just using a needle and thread. It kind of reminds me of back when like Marie Antoinette, back in the day, how she would get her hair piled so high. They didn't always have like those metal hairpins and bobby pins. They did have needles and threads. Cool. All right, let's see. Have the mousses around. So I talked about the tail comb. The curl clips are literally like little pin curl clips that we can use to help detail the hair as well as clip the hair into place. All right. Let's see. So I think we should get into some hair. All right. So I know I didn't go over all of the products, but I did want to give you guys a moment to ask any questions about any of the products that you played around with since you talked to Mark, that you haven't got an idea, or you like hesitant, like, okay, I don't really know what to do with this product, or if you just need any tips. I'm going to open up it now so that you guys can ask those questions.
And Wyatt,
Yeah.
will they, because the wedding stylist is coming up and they're signed up, will they be seeing a lot of like the sewing techniques and whatnot, and with using the tools and what in that class?
I believe so. It's changed a little bit, but I believe the looks are still the same, where they do have one, or they do see how to use the sewing technique to create looks.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, it's such a cool technique, the sewing, and they might have seen it before, but it's very cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys later on today exactly how I use it, doing a blanket stitch and how to basically stitch the hair up really quickly without having to take like 15-20 minutes to do it. Any question about any products that you've used that you're like, I don't know what to do with this?
I have a question. It's not really related to this, but the Angel shampoos, there's like a few different ones. Are they just different scents, or could you speak to that a little bit?
Yes. So if I'm not mistaken, you're speaking in regards to the Cool Angel, Sugar Angel, Autumn Angel, and my old brain just left. Okay. So, so those are going to be coloring angels. So we have the Angel Wash and Rinse is going to be for anyone that has fine hair that needs extra oomph or extra texture into the hair. Then you have the Blonde Angel and Blonde Angel Wash are going to be purple. So they're going to cool off any warm tones in blonde's hair. But then you also have the newer products, which is the Sugar Angel, the Autumn Angel, and I'm missing two in my head. Those are going to be like a lip gloss stain on the hair. So the Autumn Angel is going to give you more of like that rosy color onto the hair. The Cool Angel is going to be more of a blue-gray tone. So that's going to give you a bluer cool on your blondes and even brunettes. And then we have the Sugared Angel, and I believe that's a Clear Angel. One is going to be clear, there's a clear shine to the hair. And then one is going to give you a little bit more of an oomph to the hair. So you have the Cool Angel is going to be cool, like a gray cool. Sugar Angel is going to be a just a neutral blonde. Autumn Angel is going to be a rosy tone. And then there's a clear one as well. So no, they're not all shampoos. They're actually different lip gloss stains versus the Angel Wash and Rinse and the Blonde Angel and Blonde Angel Wash. Does that help? Does that make sense, Taylor?
Yeah, and then do they easily come out if you use like the opposite color or like detox or a regular shampoo?
Good question. So when it comes to those, I always say depending on the porosity of the hair would let you know how easily it will come out. So I personally had a client who had let's say level 10 blonde hair, and she used the Autumn Angel. She used the Autumn Angel, I think 2 or 3 times. And then that peachy tone lasted in her hair longer. Now, ideally, it is made to basically wash, you put it in and then you rinse it out. And the way I always tell my clients to put it in is I feel if you put it in on dry hair, let it sit on for at least 20 minutes, you're going to get a more dilute of the pigment into your hair until you wash your hair out, because they're made to, you basically put it on, let it sit for 20 minutes, and then next time you shampoo and condition your hair, it rinses out. But if your hair is highly porous, it can grab on and hold on to those pigments longer, just depending on the porosity of the hair. So manufacturing instruction is that it will rinse out when the next time you shampoo and condition your hair. But I always say, depending on the porosity of the hair, it can basically stay a little bit longer. That's my behind the chair and educator talking.
Okay, and then as far as like selling them, do you do that for like someone that like often wants to like have a different color, or would you do it like if you're blonde and you want to stay like warm, then you would like do the Autumn like consistently, just so that it's not like a you can use this once, but like how to get it so that they want to like go through the whole bottle, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay, so the way I sell these guys is that, so say for instance, I have a client who basically is like that platinum white blonde. I would give her the Cool Angel and tell her, honestly, every time you shampoo and condition your hair, shampoo and condition, and then put Cool Angel on your hair while the hair is wet, let it sit on for about 20 minutes, and then rinse it off, and then you're good to go, where that hair is going to be like that pristine white. Now, say for instance, I have a client throughout the week, she works in oil and gas. She can't really have a fun blonde, but on the weekends, then on like Friday or Saturday when she's about to go out, I will tell her, hey, here, use Autumn Angel. Once again, it's a lip gloss stain on your hair that you can wipe off or rinse off whenever you shampoo and condition. So Monday through Friday, she's your natural blonde. On Friday, she takes the Autumn Angel, she puts it on for like 20 minutes on dry hair, rinse it off, and then her hair has that peachy hue that will last her for the weekend. Then on Sunday, when she maxi washes, use her Hydrate Me Wash and Rinse, it goes away, and then she's back to being a nice, beautiful blonde. With the Angel that is just basically a sheer shine, I can sell that to basically everyone who says that they feel that their hair is dull. So like with my hair, when it was a little bit longer, I felt like it was always dull. So I would shampoo and condition and then put that Angel on my hair. just to give it that extra shine that I like, until the next time I shampoo, condition the hair. If that makes sense. So you can sell, I retail them to, I would say half of my clients that have colored hair, because they either are blonde and they want to be white blonde, or they want to keep it really, really cool, or they're blonde and their hair feels and looks dull, or they have gray hair and they want it to be really cool, or to make sure that it keeps the shine. And then these would just be paired on Sunday or whenever they condition and treat their hair throughout the week, just to give that hair that shine or that tone that they want. I know that was a
Crystal.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Crystal.
I'm sorry, who's talking? Oh, Crystal. Yes, Crystal is clear. Thank you. I thought I heard you say Crystal. I'm like, huh? Yes, Crystal Angel is the clear one. So that one I would tell like anyone that says like, oh, I just need extra shine in hair, I would give them Crystal Angel and tell them to use that after they shampoo and condition. Sorry, my old brain. Cool. Good questions. Good questions. Any other questions out there? All right. Okay. I will keep my chat box open and we'll try to keep an eye on it. Dion is going to help me with that. So if anyone has any other questions throughout the whole thing, please make sure that you type them out. Or if you just want to, you know, put your mic on and say, hey, I got a question, we'll answer it that way. Okay. Cool beans. So let's get into some looks. We're all here to see some hairstyling. So let's start that. So this is going to be our first look of the day. And I don't know if you guys, hopefully you can see, there's a cool little QR code right that way on your screen. If you would like to take a moment to capture that QR code, it will then take you to a PDF on your phone or your preferred device where you will see basically this whole look, and you can have it right in front of you. So say for instance, you have a client in your chair and you're like, oh, I want to do that cool Charlie look. Here it is for you. So in this look, the tools and products that we're going to use is heated defense, our curlers, our tilt comb, our curl clips, anti-gravity spray, texture comb, pin curl clips, session spray flex, and our detailing brush. One cool thing about these looks is that you now get the color formula, because you know, with Kevin.Murphy, we have Color Me, we also have Cut Me, and then we have our styling. So in our repertoire of classes, all of the looks are done in-house by our cutting team, our color team, and our styling team. So now you get the color formulation, which is really cool for the looks that we do. So with this look, we have the cream lightener, ammonia free. We have a cream lightener with the natural ice and apricot to give us this beautiful look that we have. Doesn't she look gorgeous? Like, I just want her scarf, I want her dress, I want her hair, I want to be her in my next lifetime. Cool, cool. All right, so, with this look today, what I did was I made sure that I basically did a mohawk section, starting at the front of her hairline, all the way down into the back of her neck. With this, I also sectioned out the side so that I can put movement on both sides. Now, the idea behind this is that you first want to use heated defense and anti-gravity spray on freshly towel dried hair is what I did. So with her today, I did use Maxi Wash first, and I used balance, no, I use Maxi Wash first, and then I use Plump and Wash and Plump and Rinse because I'm from Texas and we like big Texas hair. And so the bigger the hair, the better, the closer it is to God, and the more secrets you can hold in your hair. Cool. So after I blow dried her a little bit, I did use anti-gravity in the lotion form. So I don't know if you guys were talking about it last time. So the difference between anti-gravity in this form and anti-gravity spray is that anti-gravity is going to be your product that you want to put on the hair when it's wet to really build in internal texture into the hair. Anti-gravity spray, you can use both wet and dry to also build more texture and more protection in the hair, but this will have heat protection. It's going to protect the hair up to 428 degrees. Heated defense is going to protect the hair up to 450 degrees. Cool? So I always use anti-gravity spray as a working spray with my hot tools, but I use anti-gravity first on wet hair to build in internal texture into the hair. Does it make sense? I hope so. All right. So once again, I am going to use my blow dry ever bounce as I'm going through this. Once again, because this is going to have not heat protection. This is going to be activated by heat. So I want to make sure I'm utilizing that product while I'm doing my heated styling. So I purposely didn't do the front part. I only did the back and on this side so that you guys can be able to see how I use my products as I'm using my hot tools. So I like to start in the front. So once again, I created a mohawk section from the front of her hairline all the way down to her nape. And then the side section is basically a little U around that goes to her nape area. All right. I'm going to use my curlers. The cool thing about the curlers is that you're able to basically replace your curl that you made with your hot tool with a curler so that it's able to cool down evenly. We have like little teeth on here so you can kind of stretch the hair out and get the hair onto the curler evenly. And then it has these little holes in it so that it does allow all the hair to cool down evenly at the exact same time. Now, where I do my comb? Here it is. All right, so I'm going to use my tail comb just to really give me some nice soft partings. I always like to make sure that my partings are at least the same width as my curler. You know how it goes back to beauty school days when we were doing roller sets. Same width and same length will help keep that curl, basically keep the hair in place and allow the hair to want to curl on that curler in place. All right. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to do backwards, forward, backwards, forward with our rollers. So the first one is going to be rolled backwards. The second roller is going to be rolled forward. The third backwards, and so on and so forth. Reason being is because we're going to push alternate movement into the hair to give it that beautiful bounce and to kind of give it more width. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay. All right. So as I go through this, I will spray my anti-gravity spray, comb that through. Then I'm going to spray my Ever Bounce in the hair. One thing I always make sure that I do as I'm spraying my product in is that I'm spraying down the cuticle layer on the hair. I don't want to spray against the cuticle layer. Why? Because it's going to rough up the texture and it's going to give the hair too much texture. I want to be able to control the texture of the hair. So I'm spraying up on the back and I'm spraying up on the top. And I always make sure I comb the product through so that I have even distribution of product. I'm going to use the iron with a clamp on it. Preferably, we like to take these clamps off so that we can really get the hair on. But typically, I notice that most people have an iron with a clamp on it. We call it good old Marcel iron. And so what you want to do is you want to basically let the hair flat wrap down the barrel of your iron. And then you can get to a point where you can open your curler and just wrap that hair right down. Close it and just hold it in place. I personally like to make sure that I keep the hair on the iron for at least 20 seconds. Reason being is because if you think about hair, if it's, say for instance, soaking wet, you can't put any more water in the hair. With hair, the bonds will be broken down by either water or heat. The hotter that I get the hair on, hotter that I make the hair, the more the bonds are broken down in order for when it cools, it's going to now cool to the new shape that I created. Hopefully that makes sense. So once again, holding on for 20 seconds. Even if you see a little bit of steam evaporating out of the hair, that's honestly just product that I just sprayed into the hair. Typically, what I do whenever I am curling a client's hair in the salon, I make sure that I do leave at least 10% of the moisture still in the hair, because I want to make sure that as that hair is heating up and those bonds are broken down, it's going to give me that look I want. So what I did is I slid my iron off of the hair. I'm going to keep it in that shape because I want to make sure that it's going to always want to be this shape. And I was going to take my curler in from the back and just wrap the hair around the curler and wrap it into place. I always take my little ball, do a couple of turns and do that. That way it won't have a crease around the front, especially around the front of our hair. We don't want to have a crease. Cool? All right, so we have the first roller going back. The second roller is going to go forward. Any questions on why I'm doing this? Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? All right. So once again, my second section, I'm combing the hair out. I always like to make sure I comb the hair out as I go, because if you start with a hot mess, you're going to end with a hot mess, and no one wants a hot mess. I mean, there might be some, but I don't want a hot mess. And actually, if you were here and you were able to feel her hair does still have like at least 3 to 4% of moisture still in her hair, because once again, I want to make sure that when I'm spraying in my anti-gravity and my ever bounce, that I'm spraying the product in, and it's going to really work into the hair and create the look that I want. So now I'm going to go in and I'm bringing the hair forward. And that little end, I'm just going to wrap around pull that into place. I think the idea is going to, yes. The idea for the forward and then one backward is for more movement. Correct. You're smart, Demi. All right. Can you guys see that steam that's coming off? I don't know. It's just a little steam, but that's once again just the rest of the moisture from when I shampooed and conditioned her hair. She's not burning, I don't think. No. I've ensured that she has a lot of heat protection from heated defense, anti-gravity spray. Are you guys using heated defense? Anyone that's still on?
This is still pretty new to them, Wyatt.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I only tried it a few times. What do you recommend for heat protection? Good question, Katie. So heated defense is the product that I recommend for heat protection. Reason being because it's made to give you heat protection for your irons up to 428 degrees. You can, do you recommend for heat protection when it's dry? So with heated defense can be put on the hair when it's wet or it's dry. I like to ensure that I put heated defense on when it's dry for my own personal sanity. I feel like it's going to give me that heat protection I need because it's dry, but manufacturer instruction is that you can also put it on the hair when it's wet. We also have some of the other products that will give you heat protection will be Hair Resort Spray, Anti-Gravity Spray, and Smoothing Leave-In Treatment. Those three products will give you heat protection. And with those three products, you can put them on wet or dry. But once again, the one product that we say that will guarantee heat protection will be heated defense. Cool? Let's see, did I miss a question? Oh, shit, no. Oh, no, uh-oh, sorry. Okay, all right. Back on track. I was trying to see. Sorry. Don't laugh at me, Dion. Don't laugh. Okay. All right. Okay. It's something about when I try to hit moves to that chat box, things go crazy. All right. So I'm going to continue doing what I just did to the rest of her hair. So once again, this first one went backwards. Second one went forward. Then the third one is going to go backwards. All right. Yay. Okay. So going back earlier, one thing I mentioned is that whenever the hair is wet, and this goes for whenever I'm doing like editorial styling, weddings, or just blow dry styles. When the hair is wet, there are several products that I like to make sure I put in the hair to heal the hair first. One being Stand Alive. We also have Young Again, Smooth Again, Shimmer Shine, and Shimmer Me Blonde. All those products are products that you want to put in the hair wet because they're going to heal the hair from inside out, okay? Then when you blow dry a little bit of that product in the hair, you want to then start to put in products that's going to enhance your styling. And then that's when you're going to go for anti-gravity spray, hair resort spray, even anti-gravity in a lotion form, hair resort in a lotion form. Bodybuilder is another great styler. I personally, whenever I'm doing a lot of weddings, I go for bodybuilder because it's going to give me a lot of structure in that hair that I can manipulate over time. And using bodybuilder with anti-gravity spray ensures that that bride is going to have that perfect hair that's going to last them throughout the whole entire day. One thing I do love is to see that hair still has that movement and that bounce that we created at 8 o'clock in the morning, at 8 p.m. at night when she's at her reception. And it's all because of using anti-gravity spray and bodybuilder together. Injunction creates long-lasting effects in that hair that you basically won't be able to knock out of the hair. And it also keeps the hair from wanting to get fizzy. All right, so once again, I'm gonna go backwards with this iron. Since the first one, I went backwards, second one, I went forward, and then this last one, I'm gonna go backwards because on this section, I went forward here, if you can tell. All right, got a new question. Dion, what did it say? Yeah. Dion, you froze, I think.
Anti-gravity in which product?
What?
Anti-gravity in which product? Is that not coming out?
Uh-oh.
Can you not hear me?
It's breaking up, dude. Hold on. Let's see. What is your IG? Hair by Wyatt. Anti-gravity and which product? Oh, bodybuilder. So bodybuilder and anti-gravity spray will ensure that you have a long-lasting style that basically will have heat humidity protection as well as heat protection. So you would do anti-gravity spray for brides, yes. Anti-gravity spray and bodybuilder. Bodybuilder is the volumizing mousse. One thing I like about bodybuilder is that when you spray that mousse in your hand, break it down with the heat from your hands, turn it into a serum, and then put it in the hair. Yeah, Hair by Wyatt, Instagram. You will. Okay, Dion, say something now.
Now.
All right, all right. You had to move towards the window. It takes it takes a village. It takes the village. Cool, cool. And honestly, this is a look that I would do for a bride because if you saw in the beginning, it's kind of really just kind of whimsical and it's in place and it looks very editorial, but it's not like structure, like all the hair, all the grains of hair are going in one way. And that's what I like when it comes to weddings. One thing you will look at when you guys do the wedding stylist is that you will go over different techniques on how to help you create that perfect day for the bride by coming up with Pinterest accounts and different mood boards. Why, when would you like to come to our salon and do it? Hey, whenever you want me to come, baby, I'll be there. As long as it's not snowing and I don't get stuck. But no, I'm an educator, so I teach both the cutting platform and the styling platform. So whenever Dion can get it set up and we're doing in-person classes, because I think the reason why we're doing online is because, of course, the beautiful Miss COVID-19 is still around. And so we want to make sure that everyone is safe. I've had my my test. I haven't had my shot yet. I'm still debating on if I'm going to do that yet. So if I have to get a shot to come see you, I will. But yeah. So once again, you see, I'm literally just flat wrapping that hair back around my iron. It's a little, around my curler. It's a little warm. And then I take my little ball and I twist it around and I bring it over here. So then that way, this is her finished look just for that mohawk section there. Cool? All right. So now the reason why I left this side panel out is because I want to show you guys how to hold your iron, because you typically would want to probably hold your iron like this for this whole panel. We're going to hold the iron with the way that the hair is in that section. So it's going to be like a clock dial. Bring her up this a little bit in this panel. So we're going to start with it being kind of like right here. Then the second is going to be there, and then the third is going to be here. Or you can do it here for more ease on your wrist. And once again, you're going to go do the same thing. The first roller always is going to be going back. The second one is going to go forward, and then the last one is going to go down. So I always like to think of this point right here as like the middle of my pie when I'm sectioning. So that's why I went straight this way. And then I'm gonna go right here. So then that way I have basically kind of like 3 separate pieces of pie. The first one, I like to over direct that guy up. Once again, I'm gonna use my anti-gravity spray. And if you notice, I always spray on top and on bottom. I don't like to spray on one side. And then I still want to make sure I comb that hair through. Comb that product through the hair, sorry. All right. So and my iron is set on 400, so that you guys and girls know. Oh, I'm just gonna tuck in. And once again, hold it until it's too hot to touch, which is gonna typically be 20 seconds. How are we looking on time? We're good on time. The reason why I don't like to drop my curl is because the curl is still hot. And I want to ensure that as it's cooling to the form that I want it to be. So if I drop it, I'm gonna basically drop out that shape that I just created. And I don't want that. Always cross over your ball. I typically go this way because, you know, girls don't like balls dangling in their face sometimes. So that's why I go backwards. All right, that's my point of entry right there. Comb that through. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I always use anti-gravity first, and then I use back second. Reason being, anti-gravity has heat protection in it, so it's going to ensure that I have heat protection, and then every bounce is activated by the heat when I touch it with my iron. Now, since this one is going back, this one is going to go forward. Can you guys see that beautiful shine on her hair? Yes. No? Okay. Hold it till it's too hot to touch. And then this is another way just to ensure that her curls are going to last by just not disturbing that curl when you're transferring it from your iron to your curler. One thing I also like to utilize is when I'm doing this is that 9 times out of 10, I'm going to use a smaller curler than I do with my iron. And the reason being is because I'm going to create curl confusion. So once again, with my iron, it's going to be slightly smaller than my curler because I want to do a little curl confusion, meaning that the curl is going to want to be a curl, but it's going to be set on something smaller than the curling iron was, and then it's going to get confused and just want to be a curl. That's all I want to do is just be a curl. Since I got a little drag there, I'm just going to put a curl clip there. And this is my last curler. All right, since that one went up, this one is going to go back. One, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Okay, so now that's done. Now what I typically do is at this point in time, I take me a little restroom break to let everything sit and hold. So what happens is as the curls are setting and cooling down, that way I can make sure I have my curls in place. Since I already did this side, I'm going to start with this side first. And I'm literally just going to take them down one by one. I'm going to use Session Spray Flex. The reason why, so we have Session Spray Flex and we have Session Spray. Session Spray is going to be like that session spray that you can use to finish off everything to give it that beautiful cast of memory. Session Spray Flex is going to be just a little bit lighter. So it's a great working spray that I can use my comb and my brush as I'm combing out to make sure that I'm putting in those memory resins into the hair to make sure that it's going to stay, make sure her hair is going to stay. And that bounce and that movement is going to last forever. So I like to take down all in one section first. And I'm going to use my texture comb. The texture comb is going to be utilized like I'm raking through with my fingers. We don't like to do pinky fingers or use our hands with these with our looks. We want to utilize our tools. So I'm going to use my texture comb first. And I'm going to use Session Spray Flex on top and on bottom. And you see where that hair wants to separate there. I'm going to basically, right in here is where the hair wants to separate. I'm going to take my styling brush, and I'm just going to do a little bit of push in that area, just to accentuate those waves and to keep that section from wanting to separate. Does that make sense? Okay. And then I'm going to use Session Spray Flex. And I'm just going to create a cast on that section so that the hair wants to live and stay there. But you see, with every bounce, that hair still has a lot of movement and a lot of bounce, even though I have some breath and push some little breath into the hair, into that little section. Okay, we'll start taking down the back. Once again, I'm gonna utilize my styling comb first, my texture comb, to break that up and to see that beautiful movement, that beautiful wave in the hair. Spray a little bit of my Session Spray Flex on that. Then I'm gonna take my styling brush and I'm just gonna push a little bit of breath into the hair so that it gives a little bit more fullness. Spray that with Session Spray Flex and then move on to now the top section. So I did the top before the side. So it should be cool. Yeah, this is cool. No, it's like to gather most of the sections together. Even though it has that breath underneath, I think that is like a little padding. Spray that. You see all, oh, you can't see, sorry. There you go. Cute. She cute. Once again, go in on top and just push. Wherever I see a little divot in the hair is where I'm going to basically push in to accentuate. So even though that looks a little fizzy, I'm going to then go over at the end and brush over that to get the rest of those little fizzies out. And then my last section is cool.
Hey Wyatt, we got a question.
Yes, sir.
Can
What's the question?
Can you talk about
Can
the
you
differences?
talk about the difference between the finishing sprays, like the ones you're using now versus the blue bottle? Okay, so technically our finishing sprays are Session Spray Flex and Session Spray. Now we do have Do Over, Bedroom Hair, and Touchable. Touchable is going to be a wax spray. So it's literally a wax. So it's a finishing spray wax. So I like this one for when I want to put like a hole that has like a waxy kind of high shine to it. I would use Touchable. What I'm doing right now with Session Spray and Session Spray Flex is I'm using the memory resins within these two to give me the look and feel that's going to last forever. Now, as a finisher, I can put in Bedroom Hair. Bedroom Hair is going to be a soft, velvety kind of look to the hair. So it's going to be kind of, we literally call it the I woke up like this hairstyler. So say for instance, if you want to just push some texture in the hair where it feels like bedhead hair or like freshly got out the bed kind of hair or rolled around in the bed, that will give you that. I mean, Bedroom Hair will give you that look and feel, and it has this a slight velvety shine to it. This one is going to have a high shine because it has a waxy finish to it. And with this one, I would probably just take sections, spray it with Touchable, leave it alone, probably laminate it with my hand, and then just let it be. But with Bedroom Hair, I can continuously go in with my fingers and manipulate the hair. Bedroom Hair is actually really beautiful on anyone that has that natural curly hair. I have a couple of guys and girls that always like to have their curly hair finished off with just something soft. And so I always go for Bedroom Hair because Bedroom Hair is going to give that hair that feel that it needs and that moisture that it needs, but also some hold. Now, when you go towards do-over is going to have like a little bit of powder in it, as well as like a little bit of finishing spray. So with do-over, if you have a client that has a little bit of like, say for instance, very fine hair, it's going to give them a little bit more volume. I always think of do-over as, you know, the product that you put in with the client that needs, pump and wash and rinse. So pump and wash and rinse, do-over is going to go with that girl because she wants to get more fullness. The powder that's in the product is going to be pushed in and separate the hair and give it more width. With bedroom hair, it's going to be more still of a sleek silhouette, and it's going to give you a little bit more moisture and a little bit more shine to the hair. Like I said, perfect for anyone that has naturally curly hair. Touchable is going to be that fun product that you want to spray it in, just give that hair that drug through a bush backwards kind of look, where it's big and just tousled and it's kind of crazy, but with some high shine. Session Spray Flex is going to have molding resins in it, as well as Session Spray. So these are going to be your workable finishing products that you can still cast over at the end to set the hair in place. Did that help answer that, Demi? I know that was like a lot. Sorry. Yay! Okay, cool. All right. So let's finish her off. With this one, you can go for a middle part. You can go for like a I don't want a part kind of hair. But the idea, as you can see, is just so that she has that fullness and that volume with that natural texture. And I like it because you can tell there's this, some shape to it without it being too like this side look exactly like that side. Oh, perfect. Yay. And one thing you can see, like, even though I'm literally brushing through the hair, she still has movement. She still has shape. She still has bounce. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay, I'll leave her there. And one thing you can do is you can literally overwork, over push the hair, and it's still going to have movement. As long as you have set it with those products, you allow the hair to fall into place. Right now, I'm just like detailing, and I'm using my brush, just like this part of my brush, to really go in and kind of tame down the fizzies and just accentuate that movement that I see in our hair. Cool, does she look beautiful? Awesome, awesome. All right, so let's see. Oh, no. Where am I? Okay. All right, so the next look is going to be the messy updo. But first, everyone like this last look? Gorgeous. Yay, nay, maybe so, I don't know. All right, so the next look is going to be messy updo. Now this, yay, all right, Taylor, thank you, Demi, pretty. Yeah, she's pretty, she cute. Okay, so the next look we're gonna do is gonna be a messy updo. Once again, you have your QR code right up there if you wanna go ahead and take a picture of that, and then it's gonna lead you to the literature that we're gonna go over today. So if I was starting from wet to dry, once again, I'll use anti-gravity in the lotion form, a little bit of do-over, our styling brush, and our sewing kit. So I always like to make sure I have my sewing kit prepared before I begin sewing. The idea is basically, I always like to say 2 boobs and an arm, no matter how big your boobs are, how small they are, how long your arm is, how short it is. 2 boobs and an arm is going to get you the perfect length to start your sewing. Once again, always go with the color that best matches your client. I'm going to go to brown so I can see it and you guys can see it. One thing I always do, when you get your sewing kit, it does have this kind of a waxy coating on it. I always take my scissors and just run down the side of it, just to open that up and kind of give it a little bit more texture. And then I put it off to the side. When it comes to this beautiful lady's color, they did a high lift 108 with 9.2, very light blonde beige. And then they used the cream lightener and toned it with our natural. Are you guys using the color by chance? Dion, yes, no? No, okay. You should get it, it's pretty awesome. Just FYI, I don't wanna push you, I don't wanna push you. Anyway, so one thing I love about the sewing kit is that it makes your job so much easier. I always laugh when I have clients who said, oh my God, like for my updo, I had like 80 million bobby pins in my hair. You no longer have to do that. So you no longer have to use 80 million bobby pins. So the way I normally like to start with my updos is I like to separate it. I like to separate the sides and a little bit of that top away on both sides. Come out that texture. And use my curl clips to honestly clip that stuff out of the way. So now I'm only working with the, basically like the middle of the crown all the way down to the nape, okay? So, what I first wanna do is, I wanna make sure that I'm going to secure this section of hair into place. The way I'm gonna do that is I'm going to literally kind of gather the hair into something that I think is actually cute and that someone will want to wear, in all honesty. I mean, I can let it down and then I literally kind of just work it back up to where it looks like something I want my bride or my client to walk out looking like. And I've done these just like, oh my God, I don't have time. Let me throw some curls in your hair and put it into a cute updo. So what I want to do first is I want to take my needle and I go into one side and I basically go in, capture some hair and wiggle back and forth. So where I'm getting the hair that's out here and the hair that's in here into the scalp. And I basically bring that needle all the way through. And I want to make sure I leave just a little bit of that string out. So I'm going to capture that little piece and I'm going to pull it a little tight. Not too tight where it's coming out of my hand. Then I'm going to take my needle, go back in, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So where I feel as though I'm capturing both the hair that's left out and the hair at the scalp. And I'm going to pull that through. Take it again, capture some hair, wiggle, 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 wiggle. And now I want to feel as though I can let go and the hair is going to stay into place. Okay? So now I'm bringing that through. And then, see, I still have my little piece here. Bring that through. And if I pull that tight without move without making sure that this doesn't go anywhere, I still have all this that I need to capture. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm gonna come in through here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in on this side. And I'm gonna take this little piece that I have here, and I'm honestly just gonna tie it off right here. And I'm gonna do it probably 2 times, just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. All right. Okay. Now my idea is so that that looks cute on its own. Looks cute. I think so. Okay. Thank you, Dion. That's something you don't I can see right now. All right. So now my idea is to make sure that the front looks just as cute as the back. Now on this look, they did a middle part. Honestly, you do a middle part, center part, far left side, far right side part. Honestly, just whatever looks best for you and your artistic eye, go for it. But the idea is to make it look as organic and effortless as possible. All right, since my needle is on this side, I'm going to capture this hair first. I'm going to bring it on this side. I'm going to stitch this side into that. So basically, I'm just going to, I can just basically just do that. Go over that. And I want to go through the loop. And that way I can make sure I have it tight. And put that into place. And then go in here, stitch some of that to that piece I pulled over. And bring that through here so that still looks pretty nice. All right. Now I'm going to work with the front, and I want you guys to see the front. So you see I just took a deep part on the side and honestly just worked it into the bun and stitched it into place and brought that piece over, okay? I probably should take this first, bring that up, put a little breath into that. So when that comes over, I don't have a hole, okay? And I'm going to stitch that into place just by taking that hair. And stitching it down into place. So you see how it still looks like I'm coming up with a beautiful updo. All right. So now I want to take this last side. Using my detailer brush. Smooth out that top bit. But I want a little bit of texture in there, honestly. I feel like the texture is gonna be really nice. And I'm just gonna organically kind of roll that into place. Oh yeah, she looks cute. A little bit of height in there. Roll that into place. Then I can take my needle. Put it in there. Just so you see what I'm doing. My needle is here. I just basically took it through there. And I'm gonna take my string, because I want my string to go through and pull that tightly into place. And she's there. Now, one thing I can do is I can go ahead and take this, and this is where the fun starts. Well, the fun continues, is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna do a couple of loops, and I'm always bringing my needle through the loop, and I'm gonna rock it into place, and then I'm gonna cut it. So I'm gonna show you guys a really cool trick to do. So now that that's cut out, I'm gonna cut the rest of my string out, and I'll take my needle, take the little hole right there by my needle, and I'm gonna take little pieces of hair, smooth them out, flatten that piece out, twist it, take it through my needle. You see that? Take it through my needle, and I'm gonna just go ahead and stick it in wherever you want it at. Take another piece, smooth out some of the fizzies. So once again, you start with a hot mess, you're gonna end with a hot mess. Take a little bit of that, flatten it out, do a little twisty twist. I'll always make sure that my hair goes through my needle, like so. Find out where it wants to go, where I think it should look cute at. Take it through there. Bada bing, bada bing. Bada bing, bada bing. Take another little piece. Take my needle. Put the hair through my, because basically I'm using my hair as through in all actuality. Just take that, go through, and bada bing, bada bing. Okay, so let's look at where she got it. Okay, so I don't like that little piece sticking out, so I'm going to take another little piece of my hair, put it through my loop, I don't like that piece sticking out right there, so I'm just going to take it through and bring it out. Trying to play with it. Same thing here. Take the hair, thread it through my needle. It's easier when you take the ends and put the ends in. I mean, how easy and how cute is that? And you can hide them if you want to. I kind of like them being out in this fun, little pieces. But once again, use your own artistic flair. Actually, I got this one piece here. This. It's a big piece, so I have to make sure I take the little smallest piece on the end. Kind of judge it up. Hide it. Cute. So now I have a cute little updo. Then if I don't like the proportions at the top, I can always come in, mess it up, pull it out so it doesn't look too stuck to her head, but it's not gonna go anywhere. Cute. Yay, nay, pretty, not. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Awesome. So that's an easy way of just taking one set that we did, which was the Charlie set, and then changing her up into something totally different. Whimsical, cute. All right. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So basically the idea is to create a bun. Looks great. Thanks, Demi. Thank you. All right. Let's see. So here I would use a little bit of do-over. I don't see do-over in my bag, so I'm going to use a little bit of powder puff. So I'm going to use a little bit of bedroom hair, sorry. So bedroom hair, and I'm just going to go in and put a little bit of that bedroom hair in. And you honestly see, I'm literally pushing the product into the hair and letting it go where it wants to go and just fingering it with, just using my fingers and the powder and the bedroom hair. And I personally like bedroom hair because it does give your hair a little bit of shine, and I can get some height, I can get some texture into the hair. You can also use powder puff. Powder puff, once again, is going to be just a little bit drier looking in the hair. That's why I go for powder for bedroom hair. But then you also have touchable that you can spray in. I would use touchable probably like on the little small bits, just to give them a little bit of more shine to them. But once again, you can use your creative ability in whatever speaks to you. You can do that. Cool? All right. All right. Any questions in regards to anything that we did today? We still got 20 minutes. I want to make sure I answer all the questions. All right, since there are no other questions, make sure that you do, if you have any questions on the fly, you can shoot me a direct messenger, slide in my DMs on the Instagram, as the kids say, and ask any questions that you want. I usually get back with you within a 24-hour period. So ask away if you have any questions after this class. Just so that you know, we have the opportunity now to become a Kevin.Murphy Education Insider. This is a little QR code that you can use, and then you can subscribe to be part of an exclusive team that whenever new stuff come out, new podcasts, new collection techniques, inspirational information from our global team, you will be part of the in the know on what's going on dealing with Kevin.Murphy. I honestly have a lot of clients who are Kevin.Murphy gurus, and so they are part of this Education Insider, and it's actually really cool because they always think they know more than I do, and I'm like, no, I already know about that, so it's kind of cool. Let's see. We also have conversations with Kevin. So I believe it's on Apple, it's an Apple podcast, and in the Google Play Store, it's called Conversations with Kevin. I have Spotify, and Conversation with Kevin is also in Spotify, and it's a really cool series of different podcasts with different conversations with our global team, where it goes over different regimens, different products. Basically anything and everything dealing with Kevin Murphy is in there, and it's a really cool source because you get to hear Kevin himself, our style masters, our style directors, our headmaster Nathan Gorman, talking about a lot of the cool things that are going on with Kevin Murphy, and give you an insight what to know about Kevin, and even like how to use the products, how to work with the products. One of our style masters, she goes into depth on like hydration, like how to tell the hair needs hydration versus if it needs moisture. These are all good podcasts that goes into that a little bit more in depth. And it's cool because, like I said, you get the actual style masters and you get the directors talking about Kevin Murphy on a one-on-one. Hence, once again, there's a QR code right down there if you would like to get more information in regards to our conversations from conversations with Kevin, sorry. All right, so we do have a YouTube presence. If anyone has gone to it, it's pretty cool. They have a lot of the collection videos, the new product launch videos, and the new product launch videos are really cool because Kevin Murphy himself is using the product on a live model, telling you all the cool ingredients about it, how to use it, why to use it, and you can really get an in-depth feel of Kevin Murphy and who he is and why he's using it from our YouTube channel. QR code right over there. It sends you to, if I'm not mistaken, it's Love Kevin Murphy on our YouTube channel. Once again, education, collections, and it also gives you a backstage pass to a lot of the backstage events that we're doing on Melbourne Fashion Week, as well as other fashion weeks around the world. All right, Facebook Live. We do have our style masters and our design directors going on Love Kevin Murphy Facebook page and doing live events. QR code right over there so that you can click on it and you can go to the Facebook page, and you can also subscribe so that it tells you when Kevin Murphy is going live. Has anyone ever seen any of these events? They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Like, and they, if I'm not mistaken, they also are all saved on the Facebook page. So you can go to the Facebook page and see all the past events. And then it has a calendar of all the upcoming events as well. Thank you. I think we're like way ahead of time.
No, why we're actually on time because they thought I was gonna be till 12:15. So we're good.
Sorry.
So we're good.
I had 1 o'clock.
No. Yeah, no, we're good. So we can easily get a list of questions to you and or DM you or what?
Yeah, slide in my DMs. I like saying that. It makes me feel young and hip. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, so contact me via Instagram, Hair by Wyatt. I believe Katie put the link up there earlier. We do have Instagram, Love Kevin Murphy, Facebook, Love Kevin Murphy, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest accounts. Please make sure you reach out to us. We're always here for you, okay? All right.
That's why you're man, and we'll get this over to you guys.
Say it again.
I said this is recorded, so we'll get it over to Katie.
Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, hopefully I didn't say anything bad. That was cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay.
See you guys.
Bye. Okay. So how do I stop this? Oh, I look like an old man. I'll stop sharing. Stop recording. Do you want to stop recording?